Perhaps we can answer some of the questions, the great philosophic questions that you've been asking, that every grandmother and granddad, every grandchild, every citizen of every culture is asked in one form or another throughout the ages. The four great questions of life, they are, who am I? Where did I come from? What's my purpose here? And where am I going? Hopefully you'll find some answers to these questions in today's discussion and dissertation. I hold in my hand an old book. This book has affected our entire generation. It's called Origin of Species and the Descent of Man by Charles Darwin. In this book, some expressions are made which were not novel. In fact, Charles Darwin actually stole some of the concepts from his grandfather Erasmus and never gave credit for having done so. But that is consistent with the concept of naturalism. You see, we trace the roots of naturalism back to Babylonian times when in Enuma Elish an expression was made that there were warring factors in heaven and one killed the other. One supernatural deity survived and dissected the body of Tiamat, the prey, and from that body being dissected, took the upper torso, made the heavens, took the lower torso, made the earth, and as a result, we are here to observe that having occurred. That's pagan philosophy, but it's naturalism. And from those decomposing parts of deity, the life form sprang that we observe today and have observed through the fossil record. But that is relatively consistent with some of the thoughts that have been expressed observing the Nile in Egyptian times, some of the thoughts that Anaximander and Empedocles expressed in Grecian history. Lucretius expressed the same basic concept in Roman observation. And throughout the centuries, various individuals and various religious bodies have placed their concepts in form that would be legendary, sometime even written, but it all comes to a concept of a cosmic egg or a consciousness which in time expressed itself in tangible living forms. Now, in this book, The Origin of Species and the Descent of Man, Charles Darwin expressed that natural selection was the answer, meaning that everything that we see, everything that we know and feel, our psychic experiences are all the result of random processes. One of his devotees in this generation that has just passed was philosopher Bertrand Russell. Philosopher Bertrand Russell wrote, "Man's origin, growth, hopes and fears, his loves and beliefs are but the outcome of accidental collocation of atoms. All the labors of the ages, all the devotion, all the inspiration, all the noonday brightness of human genius are destined to extinction in the vast death of the solar system. Only on the firm foundation of unyielding despair can the soul's habitation be safely built." I must confess that if we arrive by the expression of a cosmic egg, with or without some superintending agency, if we arrive by a naturalistic process we call evolution, if we are the product of universal turmoil, then Bertrand Russell was right. There is no hope for the future. Unyielding despair is the foundation on which we must build the realization, hopes, and futuristic plans of all our lives. However, we're going to offer something much better. And I trust that in the discourse today you will find scientific and academic research verifying the biblical model of scientific creation. All the gods of the past, except one, have had an expression in the lore and legends repeated of their exploits that had to do with a sensuous response to their own desires and had to do with a murderous inclination to the individuals involved in their conflicts, thus explaining the conflict of all of nature and the conflicts we experience in life. That is, all of these gods have had these characteristics except one.